Alright guys, so yeah, I've been meaning to do this for a couple days now, but the honest answer is I totally spaced on doing this sooner. So a little while ago, I did a video talking about a good friend of mine by the name of course, Jason Voorhees 2011, and a fanfiction that he was working on. And the fanfiction has been done for for literally a couple days now. It's been out for a while. It came out about 3 days, almost like 3 days ago, and I totally spaced on doing a video about it. But the truth is, it got posted late at night, and I was like, oh, I'll do it later. And then I realized, shit, I totally forgot to do it, so... so here we are now. So, if you don't know what the story is called, as you can see, The Spectacular Eight. And, yeah, it's kind of a combination of the Magnificent Seven and the Avengers, but with other characters. So the story is that, it is mainly a Star vs. the Force of Evil fanfiction, as you can see, where in here, Ludo has brought together a group of 7 other villains from other different shows, but in this one, it's not different universes, it's all one world. And, yeah, he's brought together 7 other villains and created a villain team to basically beat the shit out of Star and try to get her spellbook, because now he's not after the wand, he's after the spellbook now that he has his own wand. And, yeah, Star gets the shit kicked out of her, and she's forced to flee from her home. She's forced to retreat and find her, and basically... try to find what to do. She's forced to flee Echo Creek. Meanwhile, Ludo casts a spell that puts like a barrier around Echo Creek and keeps Star and Glossaric from entering unless they give her the spell book. And in the meantime, they hold the entire town, the entire city of Echo Creek hostage, and they kick the shit out of anyone who opposes them. So Glossaric tells Star about a spell that she can use to find other warriors who can be worthy of helping her. So Star casts the spell, and the majority of the story is Star going around meeting other heroes and getting them to join her group. I don't want to spoil who exactly's on this team. We did kind of play around, but yeah, initially it was going to be a Kim Possible-centric story, but there wasn't really a big plot there, so I kind of came up with the Star version, and Jason really enjoyed that, so he really ran with that instead. Among other things, I don't want to spoil who's on either team. I really don't want to spoil who's on either team, but you'll really enjoy it. You'll really enjoy who's on this team. And it was kind of funny because we were doing a lot of team building, and it's 8 on each side. As expected, the Spectacular 8, it's obviously 8 members for each side, and the story so far just has the prologue out of Ludo getting together all the villains. Now, I will say that just because Ludo has certain villains from one show doesn't mean you're going to see the hero from that show as well. Doesn't mean you're going to see a certain hero from another show. But, yeah, so you will see a few, but you won't see all of them. You won't see, heroes and villains match up with their respective rogues galleries. So that's kind of the big thing here. But yeah, I think we actually spent more... The villains were kind of easy. The villains we just kind of fired out with a few minor changes throughout. But really, it was kind of difficult for the heroes because aside from Star and 3 other characters... Yeah, and 2 other characters, I think. No, 3. Yeah, 3 other characters. Jason didn't really have a plan for the other... said characters he wanted in the story. So we kind of, we really did our homework on here. We really had to do our homework and rack our brains over who would be the the other 5 characters to make a whole 8-person team, really. So we kind of went through that whole process, and it was a lot of fun. We are still working on Acts of Vengeance, the other fanfiction we're kind of collaborating on. We're still working on that, but Jason said he wanted to work on other projects for a little bit and then go back to it, because he has a lot to do. He has a lot that he usually does, and he is going back to Multiverse Wars. He's actually shown me several early previews of what the next chapter is going to look like. And the thing with Multiverse Wars is that there's so much to that story, because again, it's based off of the Marvel event Secret Wars. There's so much to that. There's so much to that story that there is a lot to take in. So, yeah, each chapter is pretty goddamn long. So, yeah, it does take a while to write all that down. But yeah, this one might actually go by really quick because what it is basically in each chapter up until the end is that Star goes to, after being, defeated, Star basically goes around recruiting these heroes, but first she goes on like a mission with them, like a loyalty mission in Mass Effect, and, helps them on something they're already doing, and then goes back to recruiting the others, and then it culminates into the big villain, hero-villain showdown, and that's going to be awesome. Also, we're kind of talking, nothing's confirmed yet, but we did kind of talk about a loose idea for a sequel. We may or may not do that. All depends on how this story goes. So as always, I will leave a link below for you guys to go read the fanfiction, and always give your support to Jason Voorhees 2011, review the story, favorite it, follow it, and give him a subscribe here on YouTube. But yeah, once again, hope y'all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.